and this channel is called Codex World. My name is Jason, and over the next few videos and all the videos I'm going to be making in the future, we're going to be going through 6 different doors into 6 different worlds and explore those worlds in a fair amount of detail. But I don't want to overwhelm anybody who's watching these videos with a load of technical jargon and long-winded words. I like to just get straight to the point and make it as layman's terms as possible. For those who are not acquainted with layman's terms, it means breaking it down to simple wording and simple understanding. It was actually Albert Einstein that said, the genius is the one who can take that which is complicated and make it simple enough for a child to understand. And so that's what I'm going to be doing with these videos, just making it nice and easy for all of us to understand. Now, the 6 different worlds in Codex World is the world, or the doorway into faith, spirituality, science, psychology, current events, and philosophy. Obviously there's other worlds out there, but these are the ones that I'm going to emphasise on because these are the ones that I have the most experience with and knowledge of. And so as we go through each doorway and each world, we're going to see that there's a common denominator in each of these worlds. When we use the word world, we think of the people. Some people get the word world mixed up with earth, but the word world means the people. Now, although we all live in the same world, we also live in our own little world. For me, being autistic, my world is one of autism. My wife, she is neurotypical, and so therefore her world will be one of neurotypical. But our worlds work together, they cross each other. I can't live as a neurotypical person, and she can't live as an autistic person. And neither of us can fully understand really what it's like I can't understand what it's like for her to be neurotypical, and she can't understand what it's like for me to be autistic beyond a knowledge level, okay? So we weave in each other's worlds, in and out of each other's worlds, and have these shared experiences that we have things in common, and we have a lot in common. And I dare say that any of you who are watching this video, maybe you're autistic or neurodiverse or neurotypical, and you find that if you have friends or family who are autistic or neurotypical, that you can relate on certain things and weaving in each other's world, okay, walk into each other's worlds as it were, and meet in the middle, but you're not really part of that world. And so with these different worlds, we will find that we will cross over into each other. The world I'm going to be looking at today is the world of philosophy. Now, the word philosophy literally means love of wisdom. It's a Greek word, philosophy. And philosophy, what philosophy does is it questions things. It questions our existence, what is our purpose in life, not how things work in a scientific manner, but more in a non-tangible way, in a almost in a spiritual way as well, and emotional way. If you look at the writings of Plato and Homer and others, you'll see they were great thinkers. They thought about things outside of the box. They were not scientists in the strictest sense of physics and mathematics and things like that. And the world of philosophy and the world of science do differ. And so you will find some people who are trapped in the world of science, such as Richard Dawkins, cannot understand or appreciate the world of philosophy or the world of faith or the world of spirituality, because they do not work in the world of philosophy, in the world of science. Okay? We'll look through the door of science later on in another video, so now I want to emphasise the door of philosophy. So these are the questions I have for you. What is the purpose of your life? Where are you going in life? Is your life just to get up, go to work, come home, rinse and repeat, until you're 70 or 80 years old when you retire, and then die? Do you have plans? And which of those plans are of a philosophical nature? Are your plans just material gain? Is it just to get as rich as you can, or to get as much property and as much possessions as you can? Or is your life based on more of a meaning? Like, I feel like I'm here to do something. And some people may say, well, that's religion you're talking about. But religion and philosophy, they tend to cross over a lot. But we're not talking about religion right now. We're talking about philosophy and the simple question of what is the point of us being here. Religion would say, is there life after death? Okay, whereas philosophy may not necessarily ask that question and may be limited to what is the purpose? What is our purpose here? Purposes such as raising children, getting married, having a job, career, etc. These are all things that affect the physical world. But the question of philosophy in your life and in my life is really a direction. Is there an end? Is there an end goal that transcends the physical world? Is there something more, like I want to influence people for good? That's more of a philosophical kind of direction. Even things like getting involved in medication and hospitals and things like that, it's not just a science. It goes beyond that. It goes beyond having a meaning. You are some people who work in hospitals or fire brigade or whatever, any of these kind of jobs, and a person may say, I feel like I'm meant to be here to do this job. It is my calling, if you will. And there's something beyond me and beyond my natural way of thinking and beyond the science that compels me and makes me feel satisfied in doing this work that I'm about to do. And so you get different people starting up charities and foundations and outreaches and stuff, because they're going beyond what pleases them in the physical world of getting what they want. And they want to do more than that. And so you'll find people that can be very sacrificial. They'll go to places where the poor people are, and they'll go and start all these different charities and stuff. And that comes normally from a more of a philosophical point of view, wouldn't you say? Because it's in their heart, it's in their mind. You cannot examine that you can't put that into a scientific category of desiring and having this feeling that you're meant to do more than you're doing. Okay, this is what philosophy is about. It's about questioning, and there is no definitive answer. Okay, with philosophy, I don't think there's absolutes. It's more of a just letting your mind wander into different scenarios, different ideas and thoughts. With the world of philosophy, though, it's interesting to note that one of the writers of the Bible, Paul the Apostle, St. Paul, he was also a philosopher as well as a man of faith. And there are verses in the Bible where Paul the Apostle, he would go to a place called Mars Hill, and he would have discussions with the local philosophers. And he had read what these philosophers had said, these poets had said, because he could quote them back to the philosophers. And then what he would do is, what he was basically doing is he's entering into the world of philosophy. He went through that door, okay? When he went to the philosophers, they didn't come through the door of faith into his world initially. He came through their door of philosophy, went through it, and then reached them where they were, and gave them questions and spoke to them in ways that got them thinking. And then through what he said about his faith in God, caused the philosophers to think, do you know something? We've just been in this world of philosophy, but now Paul has come along and opened this door of faith. Perhaps we should go through the door of faith and see what this world is like. And so some did go through the door of faith, came into Paul's world, as it were, and learned that the common denominator among all the worlds of science, spirituality, psychology, current events, and so forth, faith, the common denominator was that God exists in each and every one of these worlds. He is not absent in any of these worlds. Okay? God exists in the realm of faith, spirituality, science, psychology, current events and philosophy. You may wonder how. And with each video, we're going to be seeing how God does fit into these worlds. Not only fits into these worlds, but created these worlds, if you will, where we can exist and get to know him through the 6 different doors and get to know him through the 6 different worlds. If you're watching this video just out of pure interest of the subjects of spirituality, science, psychology and stuff, not particularly interested in knowing whether God exists in them, then, you know, that's fine. You can watch it as you will. And what I'm going to ask you now is to leave a comment, and to either leave a written comment or to put a video response and ask me questions based on philosophy. Okay, what I want us to do is stick with the world we're examining. Please don't come into this conversation and ask a scientific question, because you won't get an answer for it until we get to the science door. Okay, I want you to come up with philosophical answers. Why do you think you're here? What is the point of your existence? Where are you going in life? Is there more to this life? And then with your knowledge of philosophy as well, maybe you know the writings of Plato and Homer and others, please bring that knowledge and put it in the comments section. You can put links in there, videos, etc., etc. And let us explore the world of philosophy together and understand that when we begin to think beyond the material world, there is a whole lot more out there and a whole lot more excitement than just living in a mundane 24-hour day, seven days a week world of the physical realm. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you liked it, put a like. If you didn't, just put a thumbs down. It doesn't bother me at the end of the day. I'm here to bring you this information and for us to work together and explore these 6 doors together. Well, I hope to see you in the next video, and take care, and I hope all goes well with you this week. See you soon. Bye bye.